Welcome back to Phasmophobia. If you could like, comment, or subscribe, I would appreciate it. Anything you can do for the channel helps me put more back into the channel for you. It is Monday for you guys, so you know what we're doing. We're doing the next weekly challenge, complete challenge mode in 10 Ridgeview Court. Let's look at our other stuff real quick. Discover the ghost type for our daily. Buy an item in the store 3 times. Capture 1 3-star ghost photo. Hopefully we'll do that during our challenge. And play a medium map. We will not be doing that because medium maps are stuff like Maple Lodge Campsite, Prison, Sunny Meadows. Maybe Sunny Meadows restricted. Farmhouses don't count, and certainly not 10 Ridgeview Court. I'm getting a decent amount of lag in here again for no good reason. I keep turning stuff down. I don't think this one really does much on... Yeah, I never really see much of a difference. We're just going to turn that down. Hopefully that'll help. Weekly tasks. Earn perfect investigation bonuses. You know we're going to be doing that later on in the week. Going to do that 5 times. Unfortunately, we only get $500. Prevent hunts with a crucifix 15 times. Take a 3-star ghost photo 15 times. So, let's hop in here and see what our new challenge mode is. Primitive. I'm afraid all of the electronic equipment has short-circuited. You'll have to make do without. This sounds interesting. This is on 10 Ridgeview Court. Yes, it is. Let's see how well this works. Actually, I think I know part of the problem. See if that'll help any. So, this ought to go good. Actually, I think that has helped, so I'm going to turn this stuff back up. Because now I'm starting to see the effects. There we go. There we go. Good stuff. Alright, what do we got? Jason Everly. That's an interesting name. Cleanse the area, firelight, and sanity below 25%. I haven't even done the important part. What do we got? Oh, Jesus. Oh, wow. I mean, we at least got a smudge stick, thermo, UV, and writing book. And a couple tier 1 crucifixes. So, yeah, this is... I mean, they haven't said anything, so I'm assuming we're getting all of our evidence. We got a 5-minute setup time before the ghost is even allowed to hunt. So, let's get in there with basically our 3 evidence items we actually get to use. And try to find this ghost room and get these things set up. Maybe we can even get some interactions going. This is not going to be an easy one, unfortunately. Basically, no matter what, we got 5 minutes till the ghost hunts. So, do we at least get to start with a breaker? We don't even get to start with the breaker on. That guy's trying to touch a window. In the kitchen. Maybe it's upstairs. Gonna check in here real quick. Didn't even know it never is. Yeah, it's definitely not in the bathroom. Trying to be a little quiet. I think it is upstairs. We're gonna check the rooms and of course the hallway first. Just sort of throw something. Yeah, just threw that. Threw the shoe out of this room. Threw the shoe out of this room. There we go. Easy enough. Hasn't touched any doors yet. Did touch a window earlier. Go ahead and get this writing book down since I want to interact with stuff so much. Can you... Oh, wait. What do I have my audio settings set up for? Voice activation. Can you touch something? Can you open this door? Can you close this door? Actually, hiding spaces. Nice. Guess we shall leave that in there. We will let this continue to slowly drop, and let's go get some more stuff. And let's check the garage first for the breaker. God forbid this thing ends up being in the basement. Did we get cursed possessions? I haven't spotted any else. I haven't really been looking. Breaker's broken. Literally all the electronics have short-circuited. Great. Wrote in the book. I don't know if you guys could hear that, but I could. We do get a Ouija board. Not really sure how much use that's going to be. Our ticking timer is still ticking away. That narrows down a lot of the ghosts. Ideally, this gets to be UV, but we don't have any video cameras, so Mimic is going to be very hard to detect. We do get activity monitors, so if it is going to be EMF 5 or twins or anything like that, we will still get that. Decently active. We need to get back up in there. We got our main stuff in there. Firelight is one of our objectives. It doesn't really matter that we try for the... Oh, we got salt. We should get that in there too. Nothing close to EMF 5 yet. I didn't even really look at the timer. I assume we have about 2 minutes left. It's very active. I don't know if it's forced active or if it just is active. I need to check with the thermo before I just put the salt down. Yep, still in this room. Beautiful. Very active, Jesus. Still hasn't touched this door. May have slapped a window, doesn't look like it. Not doing anything useful for me, you prick. Electronics are turned off right now, you dick. This is not a good time to be doing a Miley test. No footprints, no UV. Assuming, again, we're getting all 3 evidences, so we can actually... That is helpful. We can cross that off. Still be decently active. I should have left the matches up there. Oh well. Alright. No UV. Well, that helps a bit more. And... we could wait a bit, but if it isn't going to be freezing temperatures, it's only going to mark off 3 ghosts for us. A hunch will definitely help us. We need to get the crucifixes up there and a smudge stick. I don't even think we have a minute left on our timer. It'll be a miracle if we do. A minute and 10 seconds. I can work with that. No, that was EMF 5, but not really. I'll grab this. I'll grab this. Oh, wait. Oh, no, it's not that. We don't really get to turn on any lights, so that's going to suck a bit. Sanity's still decently high. Thay is an option. However, I believe we will be able to rather easily tell if it is going to be a Thay. On top of that, however, I do want to drain my sanity a tiny bit. So, how old are you? How old are you? Goodbye. 82. So if it's a Thay and we're around the ghost will age. And as time goes on while playing, of course. We get all hiding spaces, which is going to be ideal. I guess we just hide in here and wait. Do you have voice activation on, so when it gets close to hunting, I will be silent. What is a ghost that should be active right now? So, we're gonna be careful. Actually, if it's a Diogen, I don't want to be there. Now let's see what it does. Should have 30-ish seconds, maybe. I can't see any other reason the ghost should be this active. Especially with my current sanity. It has the board for the ghost's age. It should have drained my sanity a little bit. I was expecting it to hunt by now. Let's pop out of here for a minute. We'll check our sanity out, see what it is. Because I also want to know when about time it starts to hunt, so I could tell for Moroi. Although between these, it's one of the only 2 ghosts that's going to have different initial hunting speeds. 70%. That's a bit high for basically everybody right now. So, let's go use the board and ask the ghost its age again. How old are you? Goodbye. So, probably not a Thay. Maybe they just dialed up the interactions or activity of the ghost, because Shade should not have been that active while I was in there. Mirror might have been that active just because it's dark. We were basically at 80%, so... Oh, is that... No, that's 4. It only drops our sanity 5% using the board for 1 question. That's not very much. Pretty sure we don't have MF5, but it only rolls out Shade and Spirit. We pretty much know it's not a Shade. I could try to test for Spirit whenever I smudge it. I don't know what my sanity drops to if I break the board, so we'll try that out. I guess as I go in there, I should get take some more stuff in. Drop down to like 5 degrees and seem to stop, so maybe I'll force it to hunt, smudge it, and set a timer for that. I got my stopwatch ready, and I'll run upstairs and check the temperature. Oh, it's a Diogen. Well, that's relieving. As if it was any other ghost, I was gonna basically be dead. Surprised the Diogen was that active, especially right off the bat with my sanity so high. Well, that was effective. Basically that's all we get to do because of the way this is set up. Ghost writing, but no ultraviolet, so I think that forces it that it can't be a mimic, so we should be good with that, right? Because if that was ultraviolet... No. What? Ghost writing's not a mimic? Oh, it's freezing, ultraviolet, and spirit. Okay. So the fact that we had ghost writing means that it can't be a mimic. That works. So it should be a Diogen based on what we just saw from that hunt. And away we... Yeah, I got that marked up this time. Made a stupid mistake last time doing that. Feel like that shows some pretty good evidence items that basically take away half the ghost every time you do something. So there is 1 out of... I forget. It should be 3, right? Yeah, 1 out of 3. It's 5 for the Earn Perfect investigation bonuses, which we'll do that on Insanity, and that video will go out Wednesday as long as things go well. Because I'm still helping out those guys and got a lot of work to do. So, we're going to go back to 10 Ridgeview Court, and we're going to hop back into it. That 5-minute grace period, or setup time actually, is going to be extremely helpful throughout all of this. Motion sensor, we don't have that. Ghost photo, we don't have that. And firelight, we can do. It doesn't do that immediate. It doesn't do that immediate. I don't think it does it until you open the front door. We're going to test that theory, and we're going to run to the front door. Oh, it's snowing. We're going to toss this stuff through the front door, and we're going to come back to the van and grab more stuff. And I want to see if the timer starts ticking down. Because if not, then this is going to be a little bit OP, despite the fact that this is already kind of a easy, more or less. Yeah, that actually works. Okay, so if you want to toss a bunch of stuff through the front door before you even try anything, this is the way to do it. Because I can get these things in there, and then I can come back and grab some salt and the crucifixes and toss them in here, and then start my 5-minute timer. Feels like this is cheating. It basically is cheating because you don't normally get to throw things through solid oak doors, but you know. That also took away like all of our useful items, so screw them. Including nice items like cameras and stuff to do objectives with, so double screw them, I guess. Alright, let's pop this open. Let's grab our evidence items and track down this ghost room. Or not. What room is it, actually? Dining? I don't know, nothing's changing. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's dining room. Okay, well, that was easy. Excuse you, I'm setting stuff up right now. If you could throw your temper tantrum later, I would appreciate it. We've got a couple windows around here that it can touch, and doors as well, so I'll leave that there, somewhat of a centralized location. Let's pop this guy up and place him right there. As well as this. And we'll grab this guy and put him over here. We got a nice hiding space over there, which is going to make life beautiful. How's our temperatures looking so far? They are dropping steadily. I mean, I guess I'll just go get more stuff. I wasn't expecting a dining room ghost. I usually always just expect a ghost to be upstairs whenever it can, because it's the biggest dick move a ghost can do. I guess I'll also get more salt in there, and I should have just dropped my smudge and lighter because I won't need it for several minutes. But I'll set the salt up around the area. That will also be my UV detector. Jesus! Scared the crap out of me, man. I haven't jumped in my seat in a very long time. Oh, we got ghost writing already. All right. No ultraviolet and ghost writing again. How's our temperatures looking? Not quite freezing. Whew. You gotta be that way. So these are our ones again. It's probably not a shade considering I was in the room when it did that. Yeah, I couldn't really tell anything else based off of that one. Could leave this in here. It's still going down. This isn't going to be of any real help anymore. Except for to tell me where the ghost is going, more or less. But yeah, no ultraviolet at all from any of this. It's decently active again. What are the odds of a back-to-back Deogen? Alright, let me hop out of here and go... we should check out the closet. That way you guys know if it's going to be a fixed Ouija board or if the cursed possession is going to change frequently. Still got decent sanity, about 80%. Got my firelight objective, which is the only one I can get. I still got 2 minutes left, so yeah, I guess we'll go and try to hunt down our cursed possession. Got my smudge on me. And my quote-unquote lighter. Onryo is not even an option, so I don't need to care about doing a Onryo test. It is Ouija board again. How old are you? Goodbye. Damn, that sucks. I mean, looks old as shit for 16, but Jesus, that sucks. I guess I should get in there and get into a hiding space. I mean, basically what we need to do is stare at the activity monitor and wait for EMF 5 or anything close to it. Kenny Cordero? Look, I can't pronounce all these names. There's nothing else to really get in there, so I guess we'll just take an extra smudge with me, and that'll be that. I'll check the thermo again when I get in here, and just go and probably hide next to the fridge. Sounds like a plan to me. Still in here. No, you have left this space, you dick. I think I heard a door over here. Definitely not in here. Drops back down. Nope. Actually dropping over here. You're actually touching doors too. I don't know anymore. Everything is kind of just melding together at this point. The only thing I do know is you are touching doors. And that if this is a Thay, then that's going to really suck as a ghost because I was in the ghost room for a bit. And that means that it was younger than 18 or 16. It's colder in here again. It keeps fluctuating too. We're gonna need to wait for it to be extremely cold to be able to tell if it's gonna be a freezing temp ghost. touching a lot of doors. What should be this active? It's definitely run out of my setup time. Just check our sanity and we'll ask the ghost age again, and then we will just break the board. Still nothing that's really EMF 5, about 75%, 70% we'll say. So yeah, let's ask the ghost age, break the board. Our time ran out a little bit ago. Force a hunt, and I'll try to be next to the refrigerator and go from there. And try not to cough. You dick. At least you're back in here. Oh, it is freezing. Alright, let me pop out here and mark that down. That's actually really helpful because of all the activity it's doing. It shouldn't be a shade, so it's Revenant or Metroid. That was a quick hunt considering this blew up the Ouija board. Alright, let's pop this open. There was another test I could do to see if it is a Metroid that seemed extremely slow, but at least from what I've seen before, Metroids don't really start speeding up based on sanity until you get like below 50 or 40%. We're still at like 70 despite blowing up the Ouija board and asking it a question. So what I can do is they get stunned for about twice as long as a normal ghost when you smudge them. So that's what we're going to try to do. Normal ghost is like, especially with the tier 1, is like 3 to 5 seconds. It's not like that's a range, it's just I don't remember what it is. Oh wait, what's this? Is this going to last for 19 to 20 seconds? Because that'll just tell me straight up if it's EMF 5. That would be very convenient. I'm pretty sure it is a Metroid. No. No, it'd also be shade anyway. So we do got freezing, we do have ghost writing, we do not have ultraviolet. Those are straightforwards. It's definitely not a revenant. I'm just not entirely positive they're not forcing a shade to do activity. That's my concern right now. So I need to be in there in the dark in order to drain my sanity. It would not hurt to have an extra one of these guys. And I'll also try to smudge it to see if that will make it lose track of me. It's going to be difficult to do this. But we should be able. Actually, I've also still got to wait a bit for it to even want to try to kill me again. Especially with all these crucifixes around. So, let's work on disposal. Now that we wanted to hunt and we are prepared. There we go. Now we just stand here in the dark. So recap. So far, 2 out of 2 runs have a Ouija board, so it's looking like that is a forced cursed item. Likely due to the evidence items that they are forcing us to use and forcing us not to use. That is likely just a crutch. A lot of ums in this. I don't know why. I think of my brain slightly deprived of oxygen the past couple weeks. Decently active ghost. I've never known a Metroid to be decently active. So you got that. It's basically tier 1 equipment aside from the writing book is tier 3, which is a very nice little help. Pretty much, it looks like you do get all 3 evidences, and with the 3 evidence items they do give you, technically 4 if you include the activity monitor, but you gotta get really lucky to see something on there. You can use them as, say, I did not get UV from a door touch or a footprint. If you're doing it from anything UV, though, be careful for Obake. They have like a 20-25% chance of just not leaving UV as an evidence. I rarely ever see it, so it feels like it's less than that, but you know. there's that to look out for, but feel free to cross stuff off as you go. If it throws the writing book rather than writing in it, cross off ghost writing, stuff like that. Anything else I can think of? Get the 5-minute setup time, use that to find the ghost room. If you find it quick, like I did here, great, get more stuff in here, start setting up more. Try to do some tests if you can, try to get your objectives, as long as you're able to with the equipment that they force you to have, so on and so forth. I didn't know you could grab those plates. So yeah, good times. Guess let's go see what our sanity's at. This ghost is going to be any kind of a different speed. We're going to immediately know it's going to be a Moroi, so won't be much of a question about it. The biggest and most obvious way to test for Moroi is with tier 3 incense, because that will stun lock the ghost. So if it stun locks the ghost for like 10 seconds, you know it's a Moroi. At about 60%, we're not losing it very quickly, but the ghost isn't really doing a lot of ghost events either. Not doing anything EMF 5-ish, which is good, because that would mean that it would be a shade, and it doesn't seem to be behaving like a shade, given the amount of activity we had, especially opening the door right away, full sanity, in the ghost room. So we should be good with our Moroi, but we want to verify, because we are not pricks. Is it only the thing? So far it seems like it. I don't know where all the items are on this map. Guess I could go upstairs, try to see if they have the monkey's paw. It's not like it would hinder my testing at all. Don't recall opening that door. Ghost definitely wandered up here. No monkey's paw. Don't know where the music box spawns. Trying to keep an ear out, so I'm trying to be quiet. Otherwise I can't hear in my own head. Definitely seems to be less active now. Not sure what's up with that. If you wanted to speedrun this, I would definitely have just called this a Moroi and went on with my life. There's really not much for me to try to do here. The ghost has actually likely moved rooms, and that's why I'm no longer seeing activity. And it's back, because I had to say something. Pretty much want to wait for it to hunt, lure it in here, smudge it, try to see what its behavior it is, and then smudge it again. So I need to scroll down from this smudge stick to get to my next one. I'll try to count out loud for you guys so you can see what I'm seeing more or less, which is kind of difficult because of all this gloom and dark, but eye adaptation is working quite nicely. Should be about the same speed when it hunts next. Just because it's not really below 40%. They definitely could have turned up sanity drain because of all this, or at least turned up event activity. Because if we really look at it, we can find out the evidence of this entire column. Come on. Did you just kill me already? Oh wait, let me try to yield. Kenny Cordero. Nope. Worth a shot. Let's go take a look at our sanity disc, because I want something to do. Still decently active. I believe they have turned up the activity for these ghosts. I mean, they almost have to have. Despite the fact that literally just touched the door, the activity monitor didn't even pick it up. But we are down to 50% sanity, so there is that. Moroi should definitely be able to hunt right about now. The only reason a shade wouldn't be hunting is because I'm in the room, which makes it feel like it's likely, but I don't think that's the case. I think we just got a minorly active Moroi that's shy Should get haunted almost as soon as we go inside, though. Ghost is definitely inclined to do so. Great if there was some lights. I was I want to drain my sanity, but I could at least turn on the living room light. Bread. I don't think anybody's kept anything other than bread in one of those bread things. Not like you could fit much else in there. Do 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 do. There we go. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Metroid. Did the thing. I forgot to count out loud, but I waited like, I think it was about 8 or 10 seconds before I started blurring my radio again, and it still wasn't coming at me. So, yeah, we're just gonna hit that button. If that was a Revenant, it would have been obvious, and if that was a Shade, it would have been coming at me after like 5 seconds, so definitely Metroid. I say very unconfidently. And let's do this one more time. This one's actually not that bad. It almost gives you an idea of what maybe you should be taking in to hunt down a ghost. Using those 3 evidence items alone seems to be enough. Oh, we got lucky last time with it being an entryway ghost, so next time we're going to try to be a little bit quicker about it all. And I'm not going to cheat this time by tossing shit through the door. Well, that's really cheating, but it saves me about the 30 combined seconds trip to and from the van. Oh, convenient bone. Pretty much in order to get all the stuff. So nothing in here, nothing in the kitchen, although it took the thermo a little bit to even realize it was in the ghost room the very first time, so. So far, I do believe they have turned up the activity for all of the ghosts. That is something to keep in mind. I think it's in the hallway up here. Other than hope it's snowing again. It's like the worst weather you can get. Especially with a broken breaker. Maybe it was downstairs? Well, let's try to rush down there. Check out the living and dining room real quick. Living room still seems fine. Dining room seems fine. I know I just heard something. Still, yep, Ouija board. So it is forced Ouija board. At least 3 out of 3 times of my experience at the forced Ouija board. Okay, every room can't not be cold. There we go, it's a garage ghost. Which isn't going to be great, but we'll make it work. Doesn't seem to touch any doors. Pop these guys open. This guy, so it has an opportunity to try to close things. Could you, like, actually do something useful for me, please? No, useful. You prick. Alright, we'll drop that there. Let's go grab more stuff. Another downstairs ghost. Garage is less than ideal, but we do have, at this point, 4 hiding spaces inside of it. And I haven't tested the piano one in the study in a long while, so I don't know if that still works after all the updates they've done. That's a hell of a graph. None of it's really touching 5. I didn't really look at this. Ghost event, motion sensor, ghost photo. We'll get a ghost event, we get a ghost event. Not much we can do otherwise. I'll toss this stuff in here. At least this time we don't have to worry about a firelight unless it's looking like we have an Unrio. Then I'll do that for a Unrio test. Hell yeah. It does suck it's in the dark so much. It'd be nice if we had some source of real light. Ultraviolet. Interesting. Any ultraviolet anywhere else so far? Because I could use some handprints to identify some Wabakes. First time we've gotten ultraviolet so far. So that's interesting. How many times can I say interesting in a row? It is bad though if we don't get ghost writing, because ultraviolet freezing and spirit box are signs of, or are the evidence for the mimic, and we don't get the option for spirit box. So if we don't get ghost writing and we do get freezing, that's not going to be easy. We're going to need to have several hunts to verify the ghost type. At this point though, we just need to take this stuff in. On rows already crossed off because we have ultraviolet, which is beautiful. Breaker's broken, so we don't have to worry about trying to turn that off for Hantu. We do have a Jinn. That will be impossible to test. Yeah, that's basically going to be impossible to test for Jinn. So that's going to suck a bit because we need to be able to turn the breaker on and off. There might be other aspects of a Jinn that I'm unaware of, but that doesn't help anything. We still have a minute before it can hunt. I guess let's get in here and try to see what we can see. Ideally, it starts touching some doors and whatnot. Because then I can use UV to look at the handprints. Don't think we're going to get that lucky, though. Like, this is where I left this door. Seems that way so far. Nothing else in here aside from this stuff back here. Just kind of seem to be where the ghost wants to live. Does this still make a noise when you turn it on and off? No. So even if the Jinn tried to turn the breaker on, I would not be able to tell. That's a dick move. Might be able to hunt right about now. Freezing temps. That's, I think I already just talked about this. That's not good. That's extra not good. Because it could still be a Jinn. Wait, what else could it be? Hantu. Hantu will be easy to tell. Demon, we can do some demon tests. See if it hunts within a minute. Or between a minute and a minute 30. And also within 20... I think it's like a normal ghost can hunt 25 seconds after a previous hunt or burning up a crucifix. And a demon can hunt 20 seconds. Ooh, got it. Andrew White. Getting distracted very easy. Nothing coming across on the activity monitor. We are basically going to need that. Can we even get this? Yeah, if we got that, that'd be a demon. That'd be really cool. So at this point, we do need to try to hunt. I needed to start touching some more solid stuff and leave behind handprints so I can verify Obake. Wait, no, I don't even need to worry about it with that with freezing temperatures. Awesome. I mean, obviously we'll still leave behind handprints, but you know, no more Obake. No Bake. A really good spot to put that down, is there? What is still in here has not written in the book, hasn't thrown the book yet, so it hasn't really interacted with the book. That's something. I don't know what that is, but that's something. Did I bring another smudge stick? Oh, ghost event. Let me run into that real quick. I like money. And I could use my sanity being drained. It is going to be a little hard to see the ghost during a hunt, because I need to check for Hantu breath. And realistically, something else you could do with this. If you see the ghost being anything not like these three, is a mimic. Like if you have a Deogen, Raiju, well, you won't be able to actually tell Raiju with this. I just realized that too. Something that's obviously a phantom, or 1 second a step in assault, the next second it's not, and you know it definitely walked over that area to like touch a door. It's probably a mimic. None of that's useful. I didn't even get to touch that actual ghost event. I got to witness it. So there's that. How much have I done here? Yeah, it's pretty much as far as we're getting with the daily tasks, and the weekly tasks. We just need to do this one more time. If I had to bet right now, I guess I'd have to say Hantu. For how freezing the temperatures are, until we get something else to suggest otherwise. That's right, I wanted to grab another glow stick so I could put that on the dining room table and have the ghost come towards me and I could see if it is a Hantu. It will be very quick if it's a Hantu. Jinn with the breaker off, I feel like should be a normal speed ghost. And Demon should be a bit faster, except if it's got line of sight for a minute. By a minute, I mean a decent second. Hoo-ah. Yep. This is my life now. Ah, it's a cool painting. What is that, a canyon? Very Spire-esque with all those rocks. Like the color gradients. I think that means that like there's more or less iron. Not sure why there'd be more or less iron, but I think that's what that means. You can really tell how deep this place is by how short the trees are in this. Those trees are probably at least 25 to 50 feet tall, and they are as tall as my cursor, and we can get 1, 2, 3, 4. We can get a lot of my cursors down. So that's a deep canyon. Would not want to try to traverse that thing though. Yep, not much to do. The ghost seems fast off the bat. It's probably going to be a Hantu because it's so fucking cold in here. Do need to make sure this is charged up and ready to go. Because I'm trying to look for Hantu breath. You know, that 5-minute setup timer would be very nice paired with a increased rate of sanity drop. Because I can't really see too many instances where, I mean, unless you're doing this on like the bigger, harder maps, which aren't even part of the challenge, I can't really see any of this taking longer than 5 minutes to set everything up. I can't even see it taking 3, going through every single room, waiting for a temperature drop, stuff like that. I know not every play is the same, but I feel like after you've been playing for a couple games, everybody kind of starts picking it up. Let's find the temperature drop, and then let's go from there. There aren't a lot of stuff around in that garage. Like a lot of stuff around in that garage, Jesus. Well, let's go see if any of that was EMF 5. Honestly, the way this has been going, it feels like your sanity doesn't even start dropping until, oh, I was doing a ghost of it, until after that 5 minutes is up. Oh. That is a twin interaction. Because it goes straight, and then you have that, and then you have that, and then it goes down, and you have it, and have it again. Like midway through. This might be a mimic. We'll have to wait for it to hunt and see what ghost it tries to mimic, and if it's the Jinn's going to be hard, but if it's not a Hantu, which I think this should be, then I think we have a mimic, which would be difficult to tell otherwise. All right, we have a Ouija board. I could have just broke. What am I doing standing around waiting? I guess realistically I should just ask the Ouija board a bunch of questions to drop my sanity rather than straight up breaking it, but you know, I don't always think things through. No, it's not a demon, because it should have tried to kill me at least once by now. How old are you? How tall are you? How much do you weigh? How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Are you a big titty goth girl? What's your name? How old are you? Oh, I thought it just gave up trying to understand me. What room are you in? Where are you? What ghost are you? Goodbye. Well, that works too. Too far away so far. A little bit faster than average. Well, let's go check her sanity now. I think this is a mimic. I didn't see any cold breath coming off the dude. Everything's kind of stacking up to be a mimic. I smudged up, but I didn't set a timer. We are now at 0 sanity, so that is helpful. Let me hop in here and check the writing book. Should still have at least a couple minutes. I threw some of that stuff decently hard. We might be trying to mimic a... Yeah, still no ghost writing. You're a dick, you know that? Plus, I think the ghost model should have cold breath. Not entirely sure on that one. Should try to hunt fairly soon, though. So that was basically an average speed, a little bit faster than average speed, which Hantu should have been faster than average. The entire house is cold, but I feel like Hantu should have been a lot faster than that was. So far, though, this is stacking up to be a mimic, which is going to be the trickiest ghost out of all of these because you need multiple hunts to confirm it changes ghost behaviors. Should be decently obvious if this thing starts trying to mimic like a banshee, revenant. Honestly, at this point, Metroid, because I'm at 0% sanity. Thay, because I haven't really been in the ghost room for a little bit of time, Should try to kill me right about now. Unless it's deciding to mimic a spirit all of a sudden. Let's go back and look at our art. Looks like art. Look at those mountains. Slash canyon, slash whatever this is actually supposed to be. Definitely wasn't mimicking a poltergeist there. Guess I should be closer this time, try to lure it to me quicker. Unless it's going to be something obvious this time. Is it mimicking a spirit? What happens if it mimics a spirit, you smudge it? Does it have to wait for the timer to run out if it changes ghosts afterwards? That's a question. Or does it change to what that ghost would be? So if it's mimicking a spirit and you smudge it right as it... Well, there goes that crucifix. Right as it ends its hunt, and then it decides to change into a demon and hunt 30... Or wait, would that be... No, 60 seconds later. That would suck. Oh, it was everything. I was like, what the fuck was that? It's the eye adaptation. Do. Kind of amazing it got through that first hunt without tripping up. Oh, it's because I broke the Ouija board. Never mind. It's like, it's amazing it got through that without burning up a crucifix. There we go. Definitely wasn't a Hontooth there, but it was the same exact ghost, and it took a lot of time between those. It could just be a dick right now, but I think that was the Djinn, and with the breaker broken, there's not much we're going to be able to do to corroborate that. Now, the interaction curve I saw could have just been a severe coincidence. I don't like saying that, but also thinking back to that first hunt with this ghost, it wasn't that slow and it wasn't that fast. So I think this is just a Djinn without the breaker on. We're gonna have to take a chance on this. This is pretty fun. It requires you to be creative with what you're doing and have the ghost knowledge. It was the Mimic. I don't know what ghost it was mimicking, but this time it was the Mimic. So right there, I was confident beforehand, and then I was like, well, maybe, I don't know. Damn it. Well, we gotta do this whole thing again. So, fun. EMF, you dick. Escape to ghost, and repel. We can actually get 2 things this time. Oh, my game froze. There we go, now we're back. This is gonna be nice temperature-wise. We'll be able to find the ghost room right off the bat. And we'll get some additional light from the outside world. Oh, quick bone, and we heard the ghost in its new ghost room. And this actually give us 4 games. Is this not the ghost room somehow? Is this the ghost room? This is the ghost room. It's just slowly dropping. That's not what you need to do. Oh, I guess I should have checked this quicker. Oh, got UV. That works too. You dick. That'll work. Just balance it perfectly. Might even be large enough range in order for us to get UV off of the piano as well. So clearly this is going to be a little bit better than last time because we don't have to go as far as the garage by exactly 1 room. Let's get back in here, get some more stuff. We don't really need crucifixes for this. We don't need firelight for our things this time. So I guess we'll go in here with the salt, get that set up in there. We know we have ultraviolet for our first evidence. What are the odds we get 2 mimics in a row? Let's find out. I like to usually say on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z, but that just feels like a dick now. Should have UV off that as well. Yes, we do. Dragon Ball will never be the same again. What's our temperatures looking like? Still dropping steadily. Well, there's not really much else we could do, so I guess, yeah, we still got this forced. How old are you? Where are you? Goodbye. This is a very early hunt there, sir. Are you a demon? Let's go check our sanity real quick, because we had 1 event, we witnessed a couple fingerprints, and then that right off the bat. I didn't see anything off of the hunt. Our sanity, what the hell? What 8 are we asked the board 2 questions? It does like 5% so far every time. We had 1 ghost event. Damn, that dude chewed through our sanity. I guess we dropped 1 of them in there. Well, we got both of our things already. I don't know, we still need more of our evidence, or at least to get some information that we're not getting the evidences. What should have chewed through my health or sanity like that? I don't really know. Does the Banshee do it when the target's in the room, maybe? That could be. Gotta be careful about this now. Not freezing, at least not yet. It's not even cold enough. Still here. Hasn't written or touched the book. Definitely gotta be more likely to hunt now. Decent grace period too. You're not like an Obaka or anything. Oh, that was a hard throw. It's gonna be hard to tell if this is gonna be a Goryo or something like that. I definitely should be setting timers more frequently with these, but I keep forgetting to. Still hunting from here though. Temperatures are not looking like they're gonna be freezing. Honestly, I'm leaning towards Goryo. I haven't seen it shapeshift once. It's not bling, or it's too visible to be a phantom, and it's not throwing enough to be a polter. It also hasn't migrated to me, so I guess not gonna be ghost riding. What does that mean? Goryo. Let's just roll with it. We're not gonna get much else from just standing around looking at stuff. I don't know Goryo speeds or hunting sanities or anything like that well enough to be able to identify it. But I know a Banshee should have locked onto me and came to me in a different room by now and hunted from there. It was too visible to be a phantom, and it never shapeshifted, and I had a long amount of time, which was not enough evidence, but it's enough for me personally to say it was not an Obake. Is this a Goryo? Let's find out. Banshee, what? That makes sense for the sanity drain if the Banshee does that, but still. Actually, let's go take a look at detailed statistics. Total sanity gain, total loss of 66. Time in the ghost room was 1:46. 3 minutes in the dark. Wait, from the start to finish was 5 minutes? What happened to my setup time? I thought that seemed short, but what happened to my setup time? Traveled, moved, used, doors, lights, fuses. Favorite room changes was 0. Ability used 4. I want to know what the Banshee's ability is now. Because I thought it was to change to your room. Let's do it again. Gotta finish this out for you guys. And I want money, but you know, for you guys. Oh god. This is gonna be terrible. We got rain this time. Rain, go away. Fuck me over some other day. Just warming up, cooling off. This is the exact temperature it is outside. Beautiful. Can I get another easy ghost room so I can fuck it up again? Sure, this one with Mimic that first time. Oh, I was starting to think that was just a set bone spawn. Wait, is this the ghost room? Is it actually the dining room? It is. Unless it's twins. Not much I... What the fuck was that? It didn't come towards me and it didn't pop any lights. What the fuck was that? Some scary ass ghost event. Didn't even really register as a ghost event on here. This game's just trying to give me a heart attack now. Call it Heart Attack Simulator. Maybe that was it trying to hunt. But because I still have 4 minutes left of my timer, couldn't. Oh, at this point I just need to step some salt. Just to keep an eye on our temperatures. It seems to have gone back up. Or down. Down. Okay, so it's still here, supposedly. Works for me. Hasn't been very active compared to the other ones. What are my things? Ghost event, motion sensors, sanity below 25. We can try to work on some of that. So far it hasn't touched any salt. Do we have a wraith or is it just not here? One ghost event I had, it wasn't even walking, but I also don't think I had the salt down yet. So I guess one by one we'll put more salt down. That also might just be the adjacent room, so I'm going to need to walk around a little bit before I just assume, or just wrote in the book, and this is actually the ghost room. That works too. Can't be a wraith with ghost writing. So it's just expertly navigated around all of my salt. Can't be twins either, so this is the ghost room. Right? Yep, that's the ghost room. Just has expertly not touched any of my salt. Like a dick. So as it goes to J's, I think I saw, yeah, Thay is an option. How old are you? Goodbye. 86. Just gotta remember that a little bit. Alright, so what the hell? I can't think of anything that should have been doing anything like that. Why is it still avoiding my salt? Why isn't it doing anything? Let me check the upstairs hallway. Oh, because this is the ghost room. Well, that makes a bit more sense. We're gonna get freezing here. Welcome to yourself. Almost. You dick. Interesting that it came down here to write in the book then. Let's go check our timer, see how much time we got. I think we're just about out, maybe a minute left, if that. If so, I want to spend like 30 seconds after Nasta goes its age. Nope, time ran out a while ago. It's been doing a lot of activity. A lot of level 3 activity. What is this coast? Don't have an Onryo on here, so we don't have to worry about that. Riding is the only thing we have. It hasn't walked in our assault, but it is not a wraith. Just needed to do that. We don't have Yurei, which is beautiful. I don't want to try to fight that for its ability. Could try putting some salt at the top of the staircase. Maybe that would do something. Well, I got enough sanity for this. Let's try it out. Let's pop up here. Go fuck yourself. Decently active up here. Okay, still not doing much. How old are you? Goodbye. Didn't think about that. Could just be touching doors. Don't know where it touched the door. And by now the door touch is likely wearing off. Definitely walking around here a lot. Could go outside, grab more salt, and bring it in. How old are you? Goodbye. It's close, but I don't want to get freezing. I couldn't find out what door it touched to be certain, but if I walked past it, it's definitely not going to be UV unless it can't be an obake. Wow, that is a lot of bullshit. Okay, don't gotta worry about that right now for the moment. I could try to put salt up at the top of the staircase and just watch it. At 60%, which is not great, but we'll make it work. Basically, just needed to step into salt and then check for UV. I think that's just an event, thank you. By the way, what's your temperature at? No ultraviolet, that's all I needed. Change to a different room upstairs now. Maybe. Definitely not a mirror. Something I was worried about, but you're definitely not a mirror. Oh, because it was. No ultraviolet. So far, no freezing temps either. Dio, Thay, not Thay. We would have seen that in the Ouija board, so Dio or Spirit. That will be very obvious. But I do need to drain my sanity first. Yoink. How old are you? Goodbye. What's my sanity at? Should be... I think I've asked it this question twice now, so it should be about 50%. Then that ghost event on top of that might have drained it a bit more. Looks like it. 40? 50. Well, that's less than ideal. Decently active. Between those two, and I'm thinking they actually turned the activity up for this. I don't know. It'll be obvious if it's a Diogen. A little bit less obvious if it is actually somehow a Thay, but I feel like what I've done so far should have invalidated that possibility. I actually do find the new ghost room. It's going to be bad news for me. Oh look, found the new ghost room. Or not? Is it just not? This is not going to be a freezing ghost, is it? Oh, the ghost is... Nope, the ghost is not down here. Oh, the ghost is basically here. Unless this is just an adjacent room and it's down the hall, as it could be. Bathroom? Oh. Nope. All this suggests it's still in this hallway. Slowly going down, so it's still in this hallway. This changes favorite room a bunch of times is all. I'm assuming it's not freezing temps. I know it's not ultraviolet. Yeah, you want to drain my sanity a bit, thank you. Basically, if it's not sprinting at me, it's a spirit. Deogen. We started with a Dio and we're gonna end with a Dio. Is that right? Is that how we're doing things around here? Guess so. Well, that was helpful. Pretty much, I was gonna try to loop it around that table, barely. And if it was not going to slow down, it would also have been my Thay indicator. So, I'm gonna make sure we mark that down. That was Nelly Shellen. Shellen, thank you. You have helped me greatly with this. God forbid that's somehow another mimic. Can't be with Ghost Riding, I know, but still. You guys see my luck and how terrible it is often. Though, that is the new challenge mode. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you could like, comment, or subscribe, I would appreciate it, because anything you can do for the channel helps me put more back into the channel for you. That was a weekly challenge. I think Wednesday I'm going to do what I can to get a video out for earning perfect investigation bonuses. I'm going to aim to do that on insanity difficulty. Based on views I get, it doesn't matter what difficulty I do it on, but I like to challenge myself, so we're going to try that. And while we're doing that, we'll also try to finish out most of these objectives, except for the medium map, because medium maps kind of suck. Not really much of a challenge with a medium map. You just got to hold W for like an extra minute before you even get to the ghost room. And it takes like 5 times longer to find the ghost room. Unless it's a banshee. Or a really fast ghost, and it just gives it away, so... Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. I will see you next time. Have a good one.